Hello, welcome back to another episode of Leo Interviews. Today we have Jay Bourgana with us.
Hey, Leo, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Tell me about you.
Well, my name is Jay Bourgana. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a business operator. I spent a big part of my life building businesses, fixing them, buying them, selling them. And now I'm helping adults buy businesses and kids build them.
Cool. Tell me more about that.
Which part? The adult part or the kids part?
All of it, please.
All right. So for adults, there are a lot of people that have been working for companies for years that have a lot of skills of management, sales, and marketing, and they've never owned their own businesses, and they don't know how to buy a business. They don't know that they actually can buy businesses. So there are millions of businesses that get sold every year. And we have this great program in the United States called the SBA that allows people to buy businesses with as little as 5%, 10% down. And so I help people kind of figure out what is the ideal business for them, how to find one, and how to buy it. And then for kids, we have a community called the Raising Lions community where we help kids develop resilience, confidence, and grow into self-reliant adults. And so once we have a group of kids that are building businesses that are making cash flow, generating cash flow every week, and we meet once a month and we help them figure out their sales, marketing, and operation to be able to scale these businesses.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of fun. And we have kids from 7 years old all the way to 17 years old. So they all work together, help each other, and they make money every week.
Nice. We currently have our business here, Leointerviews, which, again, we have an official website called Leointerviews.com. For anyone watching who wants to be interviewed, you can go sign up. Google, Safari, Bing, any other browser. You can find us on Leointerviews.com there. Yeah.
Love it.
My dad was showing me the group Raising Lions, and I saw that you had a picture of your son there.
A picture of who?
Your son.
My son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My son Jack is 10 and Isabel is 12. So and they're both continuously trying to scale their business.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What's your biggest challenge and how did you overcome it?
Well, when I was younger, I was good at what I did. I could build, sell, execute, and get things done. But the thing that I had the hardest time with was trusting people to do it the way I want to do it. So that made me, a good operator, but not a very good leader. So I was too involved. I was getting in the middle of things. I was kind of like the bottleneck of the whole thing. And I wasn't very good at managing people. So one day I went to the bookstore and just browsed and stumbled on two really, really good books. One of them was Dale Carnegie book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And the other one was John Maxwell book, the 21 Irrefutable Rules of Leadership. And those two books essentially changed my life. They forced me to understand something that I was missing, that business is not just about being really good yourself, but it's about learning how to communicate a vision, how to influence people, how to develop people, how to create trust. So I had to stop, trying to do everything myself and expecting people to do things the way I want them to do it. And I had to start, to lead people based on the way they are and not the way I want them to be. So once I learned that, everything changed in my life. I got really good at managing teams, at delegating, at building real teams around me. And that eventually allowed me to scale my businesses and grow and create opportunity for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Wow. If you think that we could all change the world by doing one thing, what would it be?
I would say if we could find a way to help people discover their ikigai as early as possible, early in life, maybe some kind of assessment, some tests, some quiz, something that is very simple but also easy for them to understand what they're good at, what their strengths are, how they can make a contribution in the world. That will allow us all to not waste a lot of our early years at trying to find our passion and at actually identifying what we're good at and what's gonna give us the highest return on time and get us focused and and make a big contribution on the world.
Oh, wow. So I'm curious, what made you choose to be like pretty much a leader in business?
Um, I think it was just my natural, again, like my natural strength. When I was a kid, I knew kind of that I wanted to do things a certain way. I'm an optimizer. I'm a system person by design, and I've always knew that I needed to organize things and help scale things and help make things better. So I couldn't do that if I didn't know how to influence others. I didn't know if I didn't know how to acquire great relationships and maintain them and retain them. So because of that, I had to learn how to build connection, how to build trust, how to set a vision, and how to help people align their goals, their personal goals, with my goals and with the whole, organization or team goals.
Oh, wow. So what does the word goal mean to you?
Goal. It's something that we aim for, and I mean, for me personally, is building a life. Well, for me right now, helping my kids live a life of growth and contribution, meaning a life of continuously learning, continuously doing big things, experimenting, doing hard things, and then as well as contributing, creating more value in the world and what they can use for themselves and contributing back to society and helping others. So that's my goal as a father today.
Mm. And I heard you mention the word value again. What does value mean to you?
Very good question. Whatever the world needs, I mean, for example, for me as a dad, creating value to society means raising resilient, self-reliant, happy kids. For me as a business coach or as a community leader is helping my members acquire businesses that matches their strength and for them to scale and grow these businesses and build a legacy. For me, value as a business owner is to serve my customers and to help my employees and my team members grow and develop. So there are a lot of values that can be created in a lot of different places, but they're all oriented around, how can we help others? How can we make the world better? And when we do that, when we focus outward as opposed to inward, there's a win-win-win all around. There's a win for the people you help. There's a win for you. There's a win for society as a whole.
For you, what does it mean to be a business owner?
For me, a business owner is to be a steward or a leader or someone who's gonna take care of my customers. So meaning find great customers and keep them, find great talented people in my team and retain them, and generate enough profit that we're making money and we're able to reinvest back in the business and grow that business.
Very well said. When you are scared, what is something that helps you feel brave again?
That's a great question. So when I'm scared, what helps me feel brave is action. So usually when you sit still, when you're scared and sit still, that fear grows. But when you keep moving and take action, it dissipates little by little. The fear is always there, but you need to take a step, in order to build courage. And so you don't have to have a full plan for the whole, how to solve whatever it is that you're scared of, but you just need to take one step. And then once you take that step, you gain information and you gain more knowledge. And usually it allows you to take another step. And after a few more steps and a few bits of information, you find out that, the problem is not as scary, or whatever that is not as scary, and the solution comes to you. So for me, the antidote to fear is action.
Mm-hmm. So like basically, like if you're in like a scary situation, like just coming out of your shell and taking one tiny baby steps lead into big steps.
Yes.
And then big steps lead into bigger steps, and those bigger steps lead into even bigger steps, and those even bigger steps lead into even more bigger steps.
Exactly. And it leads to confidence, which kills your fear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the biggest piece of financial advice that you could give to someone right now?
It's a really good question. Are we talking about kids or adults?
Let's go kids.
All right. So if I'm speaking to kids, my financial advice is to learn how to generate cash on a weekly basis. So it doesn't really matter. Just find something you can sell in your neighborhood that will make you $100 this week. It could be a lot of things. You could sell cookies. You could sell lemonade. You could go do pressure wash trash cans in the neighborhood, or, front yards, or help around paint a fence. It doesn't matter. There's going to be something that you can do in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood, there'll probably be 150 to 500 homes, and all those people want to buy from you. So if you're able to find something that they want or they need, that you can charge, anywhere between $2 to $20 for, you can generate $100 in 2 hours. So a lot of the kids in my group, that's what they do. They generate $100 to $200 in a couple hours of work, and that allows them to reinvest back in their businesses and grow. But also, they can take some of that money and buy index funds, maybe S&P or QQQ or something that has a high growth stocks in it. And so over time, they're going to learn how to make cash and how to reinvest it either in their business or both. Reinvest some of it in their business and reinvest the rest into stocks. So they're participating, so they're building assets that are going to allow them to generate cash flow later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because like you take $1, right? Well, you save up money to buy something that's going to make you money. Then with the money you make from that, you go get more things that make you even more money. Then you keep on expanding until you have more money.
Exactly. And money is not the goal. Money is just a tool that allows you to have freedom, have options, and allows you to help other people. So we don't want to talk about money as a goal in its own, but money is as a tool that is very useful, that helps us, have the freedom to do the things we want to do, but also allows us the ability to help other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like we can use money for like making cookies, buying ingredients for it, but the goal, like you said, is not the goal is not money. Money just helps you, like help people, which then they give you money, which then you spend more money into stuff to help them. They give you more money, and it's just an endless loop.
Exactly. And eventually at some point you have so much money that eventually you want to help the environment, you want to create an animal preserve, you want to help poor people, you want to help people with education. There are a lot of things that you can do in the world to make the world a better place, that you can do with those resources. So the goal is not the money, the goal is what you can do with the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Well, before we close up soon, is there maybe a website where people can find out more about you?
Yeah. So the acquisitioncollective.biz, B-I-Z, or people can just Google my name, Jay Bourgana, and I can be easily found anywhere online.
Huh. Well, again, before we close out, is there maybe a couple words that you would like to give to my viewers?
Absolutely. And I mean, what I would say is that life life changes when we start taking responsibility and stop waiting for things. When we take action, and a lot of people spend years waiting to feel ready and waiting for clarity and waiting for confidence, waiting for the perfect time to do something. But momentum doesn't come just from sitting around; it comes from actually doing something. So usually what I tell people, and even my kids, I tell them always look at three things. Look at building health, wealth, and relationships. Always take action in three different pillars. You know, in your health, without health, there's nothing. So on the health part, you know, we want to, you know, eat well, eat healthy, exercise, sleep well, drink water, the basic foundational things. On the wealth side, we want to make money, generate cash, and then we want to invest that cash into cash generating assets. So the two sides that we want to develop, two muscles that we want to build, the muscle of making the cash or making the money, and the muscle of investing the money into assets that generate more money. And then the relationships, that's the one part that people kind of miss, is you want to develop a process, and you want to develop a habit of making friends and keeping them. And so, you know, before, how to make friends? Well, first we want to know, what is our ideal friend look like? You know what I mean? Do we want friends who read books or play video games? We want friends who like to make money or like to spend it. We want friends who are active, physically active, or they want to sit around. So we want to identify what is our ideal friend profile. And then we want to figure out, where are these friends going to be? You know, if I want people that are into robotics, then I'm going to go into a robotics class and meet these people. If I want people that are into exercise, and I'm going to go find a parkour place or a ninja place or maybe a jiu-jitsu place, right? And if I'm looking for people that are like readers, so they're going to be, you know, bookstores and libraries and so forth. So, and then I want to take a proactive action into introducing myself and connecting with them, and maybe inviting them to a party. Maybe, hey, I'm throwing a pizza party in my house. Why don't you come in, you know, next week? And, you know, you bring in 2, 3, 4, 5 people in your house. You bring a pizza. You know, if you have a pool, you jump in the pool. If you don't, you play games. And then all of a sudden, you know, you have new friends. You know, we're gonna invite 5, 10 people. You know, 4 or 5 will show up. And now you have the ability to make connections. Now the goal is to maintain those relationships over a long period of time. So we want to learn how to acquire our friends, and then we want to learn how to retain them. And so that's kind of what, you know, those are the pillars that I would recommend people to focus on: health, wealth, relationships.
Wow, very well said.
Thank you.
Well, as always, we have our very special last big bad bonus question. This is the peak of the episode. Do you think you can handle the question?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a Coke or Dr. Pepper guy?
I'm a Coke Zero.
Okay, so
I'm a Coke Zero guy.
I think that brings the Coke scale. Oh my! I just got banged with some like notification in my ears. I don't know if you got it, but my ears. I think there's some type of malfunction that happened, and I don't want to talk about it. My ears. It was so loud. I literally don't know what happened. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
I think that brings the Coke scale up to like maybe, I think 7 or 8 people have voted for Coke. Coke is very close to winning. It's the first one to 10 votes wins. Dr. Pepper, I think, currently is sitting at, I want to say somewhere maybe 5, 4, maybe 6.
What's the story behind Coke versus Dr. Pepper?
Well, the story is back then, more chefs tried to poison their king and take control. But then the king liked on how they made it to where it attacked his mouth with bubbles. And that's how carbonated beverages were made. And then people added sugar and diabetes medicine to help poison America, which is amazing.
I love it. Well, I love it. So you have a quest to make America healthy again.
Yes, we're trying to do that. Currently, America is trying to stop that by eliminating us because currently we can find nothing healthy at like grocery stores these days. I can't. They put red dye in a pickle.
Yes.
A pickle is green, not
Are
red.
Are you using the Yuka app?
Never heard of it.
So I would download it. It's YUKA, and it's a really good app that you can scan any product, and it will tell you if it's what's in it, if it's good or bad. So the kids and I use it all the time.
Oh, I'm gonna have to tell my food about that to see.
Yes.
My mom.
Yes.
About that.
Yeah, she's gonna be a big fan of that app. It's a great app. So tell me a little bit about your business, because you mentioned your podcast is a business. So how are you generating cash flow doing what you're doing? Or if you're doing something else, tell me about your businesses.
So, I'm personally not generating cash flow. My dad is, because he makes connections, and then when he makes connections, he somehow usually ends up with 1 cent. Somehow he ends up with 1 cent in his bank account that just got added. So I'm not really too sure if this is technically a business with cash flow.
Okay.
It's a company, I guess.
Well, it has the ability. So podcast is a channel of how to generate customers. It has the ability to be a business at some point, but it's not quite there yet. So, but what is your vision 5 years from now? What do you like to see?
Like official studio, maybe that's it. Studio.
Just a studio, and then
studio, and then maybe like some fancy editors that know how to edit.
Okay.
And then maybe fancy cameras and also money. That's it.
Okay. So how do people make money from podcasts?
Good question. I do not know.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a homework. I'm going to give you a homework this week. I want you to send me an email later. Maybe not this week, maybe today. So I want you to spend like an hour today researching how do people make money producing content via podcasts. And then I want you to kind of tell me which one of those ways speaks to you. Like which ones you're gonna start like right away. Because it's very important to have like a sense of like where doing a podcast is great. It's a great way to meet people, and it's a great way to learn. But then we want to take it to the next step, where we want to make it either a way to generate money directly or a way to generate revenue indirectly through something else. And so do you have any other side hustles?
Not really.
Have you tried any?
Well, I do help my mom make videos for like TikTok, because she has a TikTok account, and she's probably gonna start earning at least a couple dollars here. Okay. So I'm like, sometimes I'll just like help set up the camera, but I don't really earn it.
Okay. Are you editing any? Do you use any CapCut tools? CapCut as an editor tool to do like shorts and stuff?
My mom does that. We're gonna move to this Riverside where it just like makes shorts for you. So yeah.
Yeah. So I would definitely recommend you to learn a little bit of CapCut. I think Jack and Isabel, they both know how to use CapCut, and they do editing for me. So it doesn't take that long to learn and to how to caption and so forth. So I would definitely recommend you to next step. So today the homework is 2 things. One is doing the finding out how people make money on podcasts, and then number 2, start practicing CapCut or look up a video on how to learn CapCut. Download CapCut in your computer, and then start playing with the videos that you have so far.
Yeah, we have an editor who just my friend, good friend, who we're about to go see him. He's in this business meeting. Well, everyone we know there is a friend. He has another YouTube channel. Shout out the two for the Regenerative Design podcast. He has like this. It takes like a lot of money to like record a short of like just their like little section on the screen. So I invented where you just take the phone and you record like a clip that's just like that just hits hard like a 18-wheeler semi truck coming at you with cinder blocks attached to it, right? Yeah. And you just record, try to get mostly just most of their section while they're talking, and then that's usually how we do it, and how our editor does it as well.
And what does it do? What does that do?
So when we record it, we put it through captions, and then if we want, we'll put like the AI trends through it. Or I used to do that. I think maybe our editor does it. I don't really look too much at my channel, which is kind of funny. I probably should start looking at my channel more often. But yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. So why do you look at a channel? You look at a channel, so you look at your numbers, right? You look at we call them KPIs, key performance indicators. Mm-hmm. And so you want to know what drives the channel, because when you're producing content, do you want, few people to watch it, or you want lots of people to watch it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, lots.
A lot, right? So then you want to find out what drives people to watch the content. Do you know what are the 2 or 3 things that drive people to watch the content?
I know one of them is probably like the trending topics.
Okay.
Stuff that's trending. So like music that's trending, sound emojis that's trending.
Are you talking about shorts or long form?
Long form, probably something else. I meant for shorts.
Yes.
Probably that.
Yeah, so long form, because you're doing long form podcasts, right? So long form, what drives long form is title and thumbnail. So for people to click on it, right? And then the first 30 seconds, how interesting it is, for people to stick around. And then the topic, that retains people through the conversation, the flow of the conversation. So if you look at your numbers, you'll start seeing, do I have strong click-through or I have weak click-through? Do people stay the first 30 seconds or they drop off? And then you start learning which video had the strongest numbers and which video had the weakest numbers. And then you start learning what worked and what doesn't. And you start doing more of what worked and less of what doesn't work, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And it's just the same thing with everything. Like whatever it is that you are gonna do, you want to look at your numbers and track performance. Mm-hmm. But I want you to figure out a way to start making money like on a weekly basis. Mm-hmm. So podcast is great to build. Maybe it's in your relationship pillars right now, in building relationships and building connections. But then the money part, you want to start like right away. What is something in your neighborhood that you think you can do that for a couple hours a week to make money? Do you know?
We technically don't live in a neighborhood, as I like to call it, pretty much a wasteland. It's technically like not like when you think of a neighborhood, there are houses around, but we mostly live in the country, and plus we have to walk up like 20-foot driveway just to get to the top.
Oh, okay.
And
now I understand.
There's not really a sidewalk.
Yeah.
So it's just you walk out and you're in the middle of the road. So it's kind of hard to like really, I guess, like do the regular knock on their door. Hello, I'd like to paint some fences because, well, it's a busy street, a lot of cars, a lot of dumb drivers. Yeah.
Yeah. So then if you can't do the door-to-door thing, then you can do mailers. right? Or you can do flyers, and that would be the next thing. Or you can go to where people congregate. So do they go to a park? Is there a park nearby? Is there a community center nearby that people hang out? Or even like the grocery store. You have like you're in Texas, right?
Yes.
I'm sure there's like an HEB nearby.
Yes.
You know, so you gotta tell the manager, hey, can I put a table in front of the store and sell these things, whatever they are? And they're gonna say, of course, you live in the neighborhood, you're a customer of ours, you're a good customer, we'll let you. And then a couple times, once a week, or you go to different stores, and then you have a place where there's a lot of traffic where you can sell stuff, right? There are a lot of different ways, but you're gonna have ideas, as you start this week doing a little bit of research, and yeah, shoot me an email. Let me know what you come up with.
Okay, will do.
Awesome.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too. You too. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Well, thanks. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.